know, they kind
Oh, hey, hi, hello, welcome on in. We are here with another episode of Indy by Night. Um, it's been a long ride, you guys, and it's only just getting started by the looks of things. Um, uh, we're going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing this evening, and then we'll go ahead and get into it right away. We'll go ahead and start with the one, the only, the Warren.
Hi, I'm Warren. I'm playing Carter the Tremere. He definitely would rather be home reading a book right now. This is the worst time he's ever left the house. His best buddy Bart just got decapitated for no apparent reason. Dimitri's back, and this is gonna get us all killed. So yeah, it's looking up.
Speaking of being back, Justin.
I am Justin. I play Dimitri, and I take personal uh, attacked. I feel attacked right now by my fellow gamers because I play Dimitri, and I feel like I'm not gonna get everybody killed. You know, we've been in this situation before. We've dealt with worse. It's gonna be okay.
Help not coming.
Speaking of, you're just setting these up. Speaking of not being here, Eva.
Hey, I'm Hannah, playing Eva Hill the Bruja. I mean, the party was up Eva's alley, and all of this is too. Drama, let it come.
I just love the evolution of Eva, where she was very much like, I don't want drama. I want to just be left alone in the shadows. And now Eva just gets to play kindred politics, and no one's ready for that, I don't think. It's sort of terrifying. Um,
Who's next? Oh, Michael.
no, it's actually going to be Rob because Michael's doing a sound check for us. So, Rob, go ahead and
Ah,
take it away.
boo! Oh, come on, I set that one up.
Yeah, so I'm Rob. I'm going to be playing Isaiah tonight, Nosferatu, who's wondering what on earth he got himself into.
Yeah, that's probably the most accurate depiction of this evening. And speaking of a hip song, top 5 on the album list, Michael.
See, now I'm debating whether or not I wanted to undeaf it. Nah. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm Ian. I'm playing Michael the Ravnos, and there are some substantiated rumors going about the relationship between Michael and Nessa there for a while, but it's not happening anymore. Michael broke it off. So yeah, party's cool. Dimitri's back. That's rad. Michael's stoked on that. Are you kidding? But has to kind of play the politics game and tread a line, and we'll see just how quickly Michael's down to set the tower on fire and dip. Uh,
Michael's
Just
reformed.
check
What do you mean?
that. You said substantiated rumors, right? Not unsubstantiated.
no, substantiated.
right.
Every,
checking.
it's the tower's worst kept secret. That Michael and Nessa really do be kissing sometimes, though. It's not my proudest moment, but
And here we are. Look
All
how
right.
far you've come.
before we get into that, since we have Rob here, and I need to defend myself in this situation just a little bit. Michael was emotionally vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Was just I guess, like, abducted into the cam and didn't know where else to go, and somebody was nice and it was taken advantage of.
The first time.
The second time it was for a major boon, and that's where we got boned. No, that's the right word choice. So we got blood bonded for a major boon. It was mostly worth.
I'm sure all of your coterie members 100% agree that it was totally worth.
I still have that major boon.
You do. For now.
She's like, she's gonna like, nah, she's not gonna like, what's the word I'm looking for? Back out and egg on this.
Yep.
We're fine. We're fine.
Allegedly.
We're fine, right?
Yeah.
Somebody tell me we're fine.
You guys are fine.
I don't believe you. I need somebody that's not Jay Bruce to tell me we're fine.
We're fine.
Thank you.
We're finally gonna die.
I believe Hannah, but I don't believe you.
Well, good. If you don't believe we're gonna die, then we're great.
I don't know why you believe Hannah when she blew up your last character.
Allegedly.
Michael don't know that.
And,
Michael don't know that.
and
Yeah.
called you a stepping stone, by the way.
Michael don't know
Okay, well, that is
Anyway.
Eva loves Michael.
Anyway.
that. Damn right. Damn right.
Currently
Last
stepping on us right now. So
Yeah.
I think Michael.
That's probably fair. Last week we had a very interesting time as Eva and Dimitri returned to Indianapolis to find the Baron that they were sort of handed off to upon returning to Indianapolis from Boston after making a name for themselves. After coming in, they wanted to get right to work, and continually making names for themselves within the Anarch movement. And what better way than ask what the Baron needed them to do? The Baron said, you know what? I don't really want to go to this thing. Here, take this for me. And they come to find out that they're going to Elysium, right into the middle, out of the oven and straight into the fire, as it were. And some precautions were made. They had got some masks and tried to really send it home. But the Keeper of Elysium, you know what? He's not having it. There is a dress code for a reason, and everyone must abide to it, even the Nosferatus. Upon removing their mask, a flood of emotions of different capacities. It's a good thing that the Keeper of Elysium wore his brown pants today, as the unmasking revealed Eva and Dimitri back from the dead, or so the Tower of Indianapolis believed. As you guys walked in, Sheldon quivered back a little bit and excused himself as he went ahead and sort of went towards the rest of the old primogen of Indianapolis, as they were preparing to announce who was prince after a very long, almost 8 months being princeless inside of Indianapolis. But after a lot of hellos, a lot of people being shocked, angry, ready to pounce, but unable to due to the circumstances of being at Elysium, where all blood hunts are off, and it is the one place where people can seek asylum. As you guys being ushered in, after you guys began to catch up a little bit, a new prince was named, Caleb, as well as his primogen. As you guys sort of were listening to all the things that were going on and preparations, a ruckus came from the main lobby area, and two individuals were carrying Bart off the ground and towards a set of chairs that were set and prepared for this moment. A large sword was brought out, and Bart was executed swiftly. Decapitation as his body began to decompose, as all kindreds do, very rapidly after meeting the final death. But it is to be noted that it did not look like Caleb was significantly excited about this, even upset that his first act as prince was slaughtering of the old sheriff. Caleb's second act as prince, however, was shocking to quite a few people, as he went ahead and removed the blood hunt from Dimitri and Eva. And it said that while they were no longer blood hunted, they were not allowed to be within the Camarilla. They more or less were always going to be anarch. And as he went ahead and finished announcing his new primogen, and as a reminder for those of you at home, and those of you here with us that aren't ready to remember who the new primogen is, that is Sheldon as the Keeper of Elysium, Augustin as the Keeper of Information, Nessa as the new Harpy, Jordan Gangrel as the Protector of the Tower, and Victor Norman of Clan Ventrue. After all was said and done, Caleb excused himself and said he would be in the garden answering questions for the remainder of the evening if anyone needed to seek the prince and have any sort of questions, discussions of what the new territory will look like going forward. And it was also brought up the position of sheriff was still open and looking for options. And this, my friends, is where we are going to be picking up. This is going to be episode 60, titled Homecoming. As the prince excuses himself, music from a live band begins to play. It is definitely a cover band, but it's sort of just playing a couple of different songs, not of all the same variety, but all acoustic. There's no singers. But nonetheless, music picks up. You can begin to see multiple trays of wine glasses are being served around, all containing a red liquid within. And people begin to meeting and greeting. I need everyone to go ahead and roll Wits and Awareness DC 2 for me, please.
Oh boy, here we go.
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Oh no, we're doing it. Hey.
Good start.
Get them out of your system now.
Yep.
Took the Eva strategy this evening, I see.
It's not a frenzy check. It'll be all right.
That's fair. That's fair. Not a frenzy or a rouse check. Oh, that is a total failure, though.
Total failures aren't real. They can't hurt you.
Oh, they can, and they absolutely can.
Tell you what, I'll willpower reroll it.
He's not even going to give you a door.
Warren just walking around. It's like seeing an intruder on the outside. It's just randomly going to every door and just making sure everyone's shut and locked. Nope.
I'm double tapping each one of your NPCs as I get them alone in the darkness.
Problem. That probably won't work out well for Carter.
No, it never works out well for Carter.
All right. Carter hits DC 2. Isaiah hits DC 2. Dimitri hits DC 2. Michael almost doesn't hit it, and almost Bestial fails, but it's fine. Eva
But we did it.
also hits DC 2. You all see a assortment of individuals that you did not see the first time around. Let's see here. Eve and Dimitri, you guys do recognize a certain thin blood that is standing close to Carter that you have seen. It's been about a year or so since you've seen them, but you do recognize Ashley, who is standing next to Carter. Eva, you do recognize a certain individual who is frustrated and tapping her foot at you, almost looking like she's been
Oh, yeah.
looking for you for quite some time.
Hello, Haley.
Exactly. Haley is indeed waiting for you to, looks like, make a move. You guys do also see now it looks like he has, for the most part, been put back together in some way or capacity. But Baron Joshua stands, no dog collar on, but stands very proudly. Carter, you recognize a face that you helped a while ago, probably right after you broke away from X and recovered the book. A certain spirit turned
yeah.
kindred is now here as well.
How what is our relationship like now?
Very business. You've seen him a couple times here and there. But Drake is now under the impression and actually knows what you were doing the first time, instead of embracing, but more of ghouling. So he keeps a distance, but it's definitely more of a professional relationship more than anything else.
He was Second Inquisition. He gets it.
Yeah, I mean, he's not happy about it, but he understands it. He gets it.
You get why I had to murder you in cold blood, right?
Yeah, you get it.
You get it. Do I still have his skull, and is that weird?
You don't have his skull, and it's not weird.
I should have phrased that differently.
Yes, it's weird because you had to ask.
Yeah, fair.
I should have phrased it. I still have his skull. Is that weird?
Penelope Birch is here.
Oh, great.
Why does that name sound familiar? I don't remember.
He's my sire.
Oh, that's why it sounds familiar. That's also why I don't remember.
Troll is here.
Who?
Maybe I mispronounced his name. Troil. Excuse me, not Troll.
Oh,
Troil.
Royal's here?
Yeah, Troil is
wait,
here.
whoa, what?
He is.
What the fuck?
He is.
That like
Wait,
Big Daddy Bruja, right?
It is indeed
Yes, that is.
Big Daddy Bruja. He is stopping in to see what all the humbug is about this new prince that is showing his face here in Indianapolis.
But Giovanni's also here.
Giovanni is also here, and making that like that connection, Dimitri. As soon as you see Trill, you look, and he is absolutely eyes darted and just staring at Giovanni currently.
That dude's fucking dead.
James Anson is here.
No, James is dead.
James Anson is here.
How is he back?
How are you back?
was gonna say
I
it's a
gave him
party
the final death myself.
That hasn't exactly stopped people traditionally from going back.
James Anson is the one that you guys returned and get handed over to
No.
Nessa.
Karsten.
Oh,
Anson.
Baron Anson.
Baron Anson was, yes.
And his name was Karsten. James Anson was the one I killed.
So the Pizza King is the one that's here.
Yes, the Pizza
Yeah,
King.
the Pizza King.
Mm.
Okay, all right. He owes me one. That's cool. Maybe he probably won't see it that way. But okay.
Is he still hanging with the cam, or does it look like he's defected back to the Anarchs?
Unable to tell one way or another. He's sort of by himself for the most part. Let's see, who else is here? We also have a familiar face to all of you as Mrs. Garcia is standing in the room.
Is here?
Mm-hmm.
What an idiot!
Indeed.
Says the blood hunted guy that came home.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's sort of a lot of that going around.
Woo, wow. Okay.
They you see a box being sent in, and this box is familiar to you guys. It looks like the same box where a portrait was received.
Who died?
The better box
As
than I thought you were bringing out. that one's okay.
as to describe this individual as they unbox it and remove all the protective fluff around it. It's a very well-dressed individual, a little bit on the bigger side, very much a little scruff to it, very much outgoing. And at the bottom, it just says Baron Underwood. Or no, excuse me. Not Baron Underwood. It just said, what is his name?
B. Underwood.
Yeah. But it will have his full name.
His full name. I don't think we ever got the full name.
No. But definitely, and Dimitri and Eva, you absolutely recognize this individual from the paperwork that you were handed. Beryl Underwood, excuse me. They have the paperwork of the file you were handed to become Anarchs.
So this is a painting of him?
It is indeed a painting of him.
I thought you were saying he was here. I was like, we gotta go.
Weirdly, everyone that you've ever killed is here.
God damn! What did you do, Carter? What did you have to do to bring back Drake?
We're not going to talk about that.
Obviously, you have all sorts of individuals here. You guys do see Matthew is here. As well. Seemingly sticking to the shadows, but nonetheless is still here.
Into the shadows, Casito the Sombra.
Let's see here. There is one other person I'm trying to find the name of. Excuse me, I do apologize. Um, and you guys do recognize this individual off by himself, keeping a wide eye over all of it. But you guys recognize this individual as Rascal.
What was Rascal?
You guys ran into a couple times. One was inside of a precinct of downtown Indianapolis. The other time was at a chop shop.
Wait, there's a fucking werewolf at Vampire
I was
Elysium?
I was gonna make a joke that this was Dimitri's werewolf friend.
It is indeed
Or
Dimitri's.
Michael's werewolf friend. I'm sorry, not Dimitri. I'm sorry. You don't deserve that, Dimitri. Michael's werewolf friend.
Bro, I know the guy.
But yes, it does look like he is here.
In the
And seems
fuck?
very, very peeved about being here, but is here nonetheless.
Well, and his friend was Bart.
It was.
That really... Watching your friend get his head cut off when you get invited to a party you don't want to be at.
Carter deeply believes that Bart's not really dead, but just
Just keep telling yourself whatever you got to get through the night. He's sneaky, but there's people more sneaky and better at catching people who do what he does. He's toast.
Perfect. And that is everyone that you recognize being at Elysium.
Is Baron Temple have quite an entourage around him?
He's got his coterie around him, but not anything bigger than that, which is just a group of 3 individuals with him.
I'll kind of point at Michael and Carter and be like, hey, we'll catch up here in a bit. You know, we got to circulate. I'm sure you get it. You will do the same thing. So, you know, we'll find each other. We'll have a drink. You know what I mean?
Whatever you do, make good choices and wash your hands.
I always wash my hands. Good choices, I cannot promise.
Touche.
How about
Eva.
this? Before you leave, let me know. I'm supposed to get you home safe.
Hey, you come with me. You stick to my leg like glue.
That seems unsafe for my long-term health, but sure.
Look, if you're going to ride the lightning, you might as well, you know, sit right up front for the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Hey, Eva, let's go meet this dude. I think he's
All right.
important.
I think you say that a lot about a lot of people, but yeah, let's go.
We'll kind of stroll towards Baron Temple.
Okay. As you approach Baron Temple, what are the non-anarch... this is so weird. What are the non-anarch portion of this coterie doing?
That's a really good question.
Carter's looking for
Carter's
the door.
flirting with Ashley.
no, not Carter would have been flirting with Ashley until everything went to hell.
Was that
I
before
have
or
absolutely
after
no
Dimitri
idea.
walked in the front door?
Well, that was Dimitri walking in the
Okay.
front door. That's
That's everything going to hell. I understand.
I would
Everything
love. There are
negative.
certain circumstances where I would have loved to catch up with Dimitri, but in the middle of Elysium is not the one.
Fair. So Carter and Michael, what are you guys up to? Anyone you guys want to rub shoulders with?
Are people still staring at us, or is it back to relative normal?
People are still. It's more of as Dimitri and Eva leave. It's less eyes on you, and more eyes on them. But you could see that people like go back and forth, between the anarch and non-anarch version of this coterie.
Unless Michael, like, making a beeline to come talk to Carter, I'm gonna go talk to Penelope.
No, that's valid. I'm gonna go like Michael's gonna go find their boys and try to enjoy the evening,
Sure.
but it's probably gonna be much more keeping a keen eye on Dimitri and Eva and making sure that everybody plays nice.
Is anyone wanting to grab a glass of blood as they walk around the room?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you
the
gonna do?
first time-
Bond me?
I think the first time someone comes anywhere near Isaiah with one, he takes one because he's just not sure what to do and just holds it.
That's fair. That is very fair. Carter,
I
Dimitri,
would
Eva.
take one as I'm walking over.
Yeah, I'll grab a glass. As long as well, you know what? I don't trust people to not doctor the glass. So no, I'm just gonna. I mean, I'll grab a glass so I don't look weird, but I'm not gonna drink it.
Right, you're already the center of attention. You don't need to be even more so the center of attention.
Exactly.
Okay. Michael, what are you? So you're heading over to the guys to try to enjoy the evening as much as possible. And then the three anarchs are walking over to Baron Temple, as it were.
He's gonna be real happy to see you.
Eva, out of nowhere, actually, roll wits and awareness, real quick. DC 3. Out of seemingly nowhere, you happen to see a punch flying towards you.
Can I use rapid reflexes?
Yeah, what would you like to do?
You know what? I'll just take it.
You take it. It doesn't even do enough to do any sort of damage. But you recognize the person who threw said punch. It is
That fist anywhere.
Alicia Rain.
Of course, you're here.
Yeah. I still part of this. I'm very much surprised you're here.
Same. You
Um,
could have been out of box after everything too.
yeah. Are you busy right now, or can I talk to you?
I'll glance at Dimitri.
It's cool. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, we can talk.
And Dimitri, you absolutely recognize Miss Rain as Eva's sire at the meeting of sires that took place prior to everything that went down inside of the grove. But Alicia pulls you to the side of the room and begins to have a conversation with you. Dimitri, you continue forward with Isaiah. And as you get close enough, Baron Temple sees you sort of not necessarily beelining in any sort of aggressive manner, but making your way towards him. And you see him, very big smile on his face and just slow clapping. And the area around him sort of begins to quiet down a little bit, as definitely making a show of whatever is about to take place.
I'll take a little, sarcastic bow, like, oh, hamming it up,
Of course.
and then I'll kind of get in close. I just wanted to take a moment to stop by and say hello and, kiss the ring, so to speak.
If I am under the correct impression, it's not my ring you have to kiss anymore.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm a baron, but I'm not of this areas.
I know, but you are someone who I got the impression is very well respected and held in high regard amongst our peers.
I have some, at least, as a holding baron of a huge chunk of LA does that for.
Yeah, as it would. So I just thought I'd come by, and we've never had a chance to properly meet, so I thought I'd take the chance.
Yes.
This is my friend Isaiah here. I'll kind of scooch him forward.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't super know why I'm here.
And you can see there is a another Nosferatu who's sort of not necessarily skulking behind, but is taking a wing behind this individual. He sort of steps forward. I very much agree with that statement.
Yeah. Anyway, hi. Pleasure to meet you, Baron. Of course, L.A.
Mm.
Good to know if I'm ever in the area.
Yes. It's not too different than the situation that is going on currently within Indianapolis, as it were. A little bit more stricter, but it's not too different.
Oh,
So
interesting to hear.
did you just come out for Elysium, or have you been here the whole time?
Oh, I've been here for two, almost 3 years now.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, weather sucks,
Oh, no doubt.
but got to do in the moment to get things rolling in the correct way.
I hear you, man. Well, if you ever need some work done, give me a call.
And what sort of work do you, or are you an expert in?
We like to think ourselves as problem removal services.
Gotcha. Well, if that time does come, I'll make sure to let you know.
Well, I mean, all kinds of problems can be removed.
Oh, of course. Of
So,
course.
in many different ways.
I hear you.
I don't want you to think like we're some sort of one-trick pony over here.
No, we wouldn't want that now, would we?
No, no, no. So, just keep us in mind.
Happily.
You said you've been
I'll-
here for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Are you taking an active role in local events, or?
Just making sure our barons can keep their feet under them long enough not to be kidnapped.
I see. Well, hope the next one goes better.
I think Baron Brink is doing a fine job in Terre Haute. He has a decently sized drug ring that he's running around, and I'm sure that he's seeming to do well with the turnover for it. But if you excuse me, I do have a couple of other individuals that I need to go and talk to this evening before I...
Yeah. You do whatever, bro. I just thought I'd say hi.
Yes. While this conversation is taking place, we'll pan over across the room to Eva. Eva, Alicia sort of walks over. So, look, there's no easy way to say this. I thought you were dead. And with my chowder being gone, I needed a new one.
I didn't really realize that it depended on if a childer was gone, but that's cool.
Well, the governing body that was here thought it would be kind. Since what happened last time. But that being said, we are being kept a very close eye on because they don't exactly believe that I produce quality kindred.
Basically, that you won't go rogue.
Or that my childer won't, for the most part.
I think it's almost the same thing.
Yeah. The laws of our land would say that it probably is.
Yeah. I know the laws of your land. That's why I said that. So, how new is this childer?
At home. Still learning.
Well, at least you're teaching this one.
Well, maybe if I teach them correctly, they won't blow up half of the anarchs.
Yeah, well, that was a.
Do they
rookie
know
mistake.
about that, by the way?
You know, one problem at a time.
They don't. That's bold, even for you, Eva. That is bold. I know you like to gamble, but
Could I take care of that? Obviously, so do you. You got into this mess just as much as I did.
yeah, you're right. You're right. And she takes a big gulp from her glass and sort of raises it to new beginnings.
Yeah, something like that. I'll tap her glass with mine. I will not drink it, though.
She sort of nods and excuses herself. Camera pans and goes to the other side of the room. Carter.
Yes.
You're up, friend.
Is it because I got to read a book?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Was there Michael does not seem to be there seems to be otherwise looking for the individuals that they had dismissed earlier. Anything in particular you would like to go off and do?
No, I will go talk to Penny. It's been a while. Penelope.
Of course. Also, both of us need to have a very interesting conversation about your character choice. That are just there's a lot of things lining up here.
So I assume she doesn't. We didn't touch on what did and didn't happen between Penelope and I during the time away.
Correct.
But I assume this is not her first inclination that I am not dead.
It is not her first. In fact, there have been multiple phone call attempts. Whether or not you've answered, that'll be up to you. But there's been at least a couple of attempts to reach out because the ritual that you have is one way.
Yeah, and I definitely would have, after I calmed down and stopped being so emotional, I definitely would have responded.
So is your reappearing friends part of you recovering the artifact?
Who's around when we're having this conversation, and is it fairly private?
It is fairly private. It's private as this room can be.
But yeah, it's Elysium. There's Nosferatu everywhere.
Exactly,
I get it.
exactly.
Probably one of my pocket red is Bart. Oh,
Oh.
it's a lie. Too soon.
Yikes.
I will honestly say, I had no idea they were still alive. Last I saw them, they were staked in the yard, ready for the sun, and the one kindred who could tell us what the hell happened was just decapitated. So, frankly, I have no idea, but I can't imagine that it bodes well for peace.
If I'm going to be quite honest with you, James, I don't give a rat's ass about peace.
Well said. Good books then. Are you talking about books?
Yeah, I am talking about a particular book that I was hoping that you said you would bring to us.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like,
She just smiles and nods, takes a drink out of her glass. Well, whenever you have accomplished, if you haven't already, your goals, the pyramid is excited to have you return, Carter.
appreciate that, and I think that time may be coming soon. It all seems like a lot.
Yes, even, I must be quite frank, I don't know which is worse, having a wolf in the room or having Dimitri back.
It's a long story, but the wolf was actually fairly pleasant.
I can only imagine why you know of that individual on a more personal basis.
It's a long story. One of many that I look forward to sharing with you when if you'll stay for more than 5 seconds at a time.
And she sort of like grabs your arm and just sort of gives you just a comforting feel, as for the first time she's shown any sort of affection in that sort of category.
At this point, Carter realizes he's got Ashley on his arm and has awkwardly had a conversation right in front of her and introduces her as Ashley, a fellow seeker of truth. Yeah.
She looks very quickly back and forth between the two of you. Should we be expecting anything between the two of you?
What does Carter think she means by that?
A blood wedding, probably, more than anything.
Whoa. I mean, we're researching.
Ah, is that what the neonates are calling it nowadays?
I have no idea. They're so young.
Ashley sort of looks, what's a neonate?
Okay. Thank you.
James, is she one of us?
Oh yes. It's a little complicated. But on the list of things we should discuss at length.
This is becoming a very, very exciting and eventful week.
Too much excitement. Very much so.
What? Let's catch up and have some dinner, yes?
Yes, that sounds delightful.
Perfect. It's a little rude you haven't invited me over yet, but we can make something work.
You might have heard my last Domain got a little destroyed.
Oh. And I'm assuming you two aren't living in some sewer together. We're not Nosferatu after all. Oh, so apologies.
He was a well. I think we talked about. She knows that he had some very powerful. Yeah.
Yep.
I will give her a quizzical glance of like, do you think that was real, or do you think that was a trick?
It is hard to tell. That clan can do many of terrifying things, such as most clans can, but it's hard to know what is true with the rats.
Yes, we should catch up at length. I'm glad to see you, and glad that the prince that Chicago wanted prevailed.
Yes, he was hoping that this was going to be the outcome. No. If you excuse me, I have a conversation with Miss Rain that I must go attend to.
Absolutely. You know where to find me.
Don't go too far. And
Wouldn't be-
she shakes hands with Ashley before excusing herself. Ashley goes, "So, who was that?"
Oh, that's my sire from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
He's a little old school, a little older school than me. You know,
That's a conversation. Remind me, that's a conversation we need to have sometimes, James.
of course.
And she sort of looks around. I can't say I know, but what's the deal with us? Not like us, but like us. And she points to herself.
What like? Does she mean thin bloods?
Yeah.
What's the deal? That's a complicated conversation. But sure, let's. Carter loves a chance to be academic. Uh, well, a good deal of kindred think that you are a sign of the coming of the apocalypse, and that it's a really bad thing
Mhm.
because you're so different from what has come before. So we don't know, I think, is the most accurate answer. And I will go into more detail that I'm sure he doesn't care about.
She doesn't, but she listens nonetheless. She's actively listening, I should say.
He's way too nice.
Well, not all NPCs are bad people.
Yet, that's how you get us.
Exactly. Gotta pull the dollar bill slowly. Shortly after Alicia sort of steps away from you, Eva, her spot is quickly taken. I think you owe me something.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It has, Eva. It has. And I wouldn't assume that you would think that these sort of deals that we have even fade after death, as they say.
No, I did not assume that.
Perfect. So are you ready to donate now?
I guess I have no choice.
I was hoping you would say. Would you like somewhere private or is here fine?
Depends on what you're meaning.
Well, you asked for a vial of my blood, and I'm said that would be fine, but I would need some of yours at some point.
Oh yes, that was the exchange.
It was.
Yeah, we can do it here. Doesn't bother me.
Very, very obvious as Eva is now she goes or Haley begins to roll up your sleeve a little bit. And in the middle of Elysium, each one of you sees that Haley, the Mitzi, begins to feed off of Eva. Eva, increase your hunger by 1, as she does take a rouse check worth of blood. And she sort of wipes her mouth. And she begins to sort of stretch. And you see that she begins to feel rejuvenated. And she's got a very big smile on her face. And she takes a napkin and begins to cover it up. And then gives a small lick to the wound to seal it.
You good?
I am satisfied with our transaction, yes.
Sounds good.
How are the things
How-
with you, Miss Hill?
Not too bad.
I see that you're not dead, so gotta be looking up from here.
Maybe.
So, yes, I'm glad to see you're
How's it been?
around. It's
thanks.
been exhausting, if I'm going to be quite honest. I'm excited for this all to be over and that we'd have someone to hopefully lead us.
Yeah, hopefully. Is this who you were hoping for?
No, not quite. But having an ear to the harpy is a very good sign as well.
That's true.
If you would
How
like,
close
I could.
are you with Nessa?
Oh, me and Nessa go back centuries. But if you would like, I could be happy to give you a copy of the letter that she'll no doubt send out.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the harpy's letter that they send out to keep people informed on the happenings of the tower, the gossip, as it were. I think if we know anything about her, that she does love ravenous blood and gossip.
Yeah, that's totally all up her alley.
Well, I will let you get going, but if you need anything, Eva, please don't be afraid to reach out. I know that we're not exactly on the same side of this family, but what can I say? As she begins to look you up and down real quick, and then begins to smile.
Yeah, I'll hit you up if I need anything, for sure. Do you still have the same number?
For you, I do.
Sounds good. See you another time. I'll walk away.
A few moments go by before you can hear her heels begin tapping the other way as well. Dimitri and Isaiah, anything you guys would like to do while everyone seems to be having some sort of conversation? Is there someone you would like to go to, either as a group or as a duo or individually?
So I think that Isaiah would like to say to Dimitri, hey, I'm going to go try to make myself useful. I feel like I'm hanging around in the focus for far too long. here's my number, and he's gonna give Dimitri his telephone number, and then I'd like to find either people who seem like they had a strong reaction to Bart getting executed, or people who seem like they're trying to go off on their own, and no disciplines, but just try to get close enough to hear stuff.
Uh, close enough to hear stuff without being noticed, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll just a Dex plus Stealth for me. And then there's not going to be a difficulty on this because it's going to be a contested roll on the rest of the room. So get as many hits as you want and feel comfortable with.
So I think I'd like to try to use the blood to boost this.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to go ahead and rouse to go ahead and surge.
So hungry.
I love that. Hungrier in Elysium is a beautiful thing.
I'm holding the answer. That's definitely good. And that's 2 dice, right?
You are blood potency 1?
Yeah.
Yes, it'd be 2 dice. Woo! Would you like to willpower that last one, or are you happy with
No, I
your
guess
4?
I'll keep it.
Okay. Perfect. You go ahead and get yourself in a position. Now, I guess are you looking, so I know you said you're looking for people who either were shocked or also trying to get off onto their own sort of thing. Are you looking for either one of those first, or people that meet both connections, or which would you like to look for first?
Probably folks who are on their own first,
Okay.
followed by Bart's.
Yeah. You see a couple of people that are by themselves here. You see a guy that is wearing, instead of a suit and tie like most of everyone else is, or like black and white tie attire, he's wearing a nicer pair of jeans. He's got a bit of a full beard that's coming in a little bit, but off on his own, sort of just eyeing the whole place. And then you do see a individual very well kept, probably wearing one of, if not the most expensive suit in the building, but is very well tailored. You see beautiful cufflinks. You do have some knowledge that this was, being the key word, Baron Anson, before they disappeared, and haven't really been seen since by most people in the Anarch movement. But he did have a spot that he was that he sort of ruled from within Avon at a restaurant called the Pizza King.
Pizza King. Okay. Cool. So I'd like to figure out what's up with this guy, I suppose, and just try to see who he's talking to, if he seems to have any sort of agenda.
Yeah, the first thing you absolutely recognize and notice is that they're, while not official, you can see a small queue of people that are sort of lining up to meet him or talk to him. The guy with the suit. A lot of people asking how he's been, where has he been. More or less, everyone seems to be checking up on him. He's been fine, been working. And that's his answer for every single time, no matter who it is, just been working. But otherwise, he seems fine. He doesn't seem shaken or anything like that. He's just enjoying the Elysium as it is, and seems to be fine. As far as the individual who is standing off in the non-attire, wearing the nicer jeans and scruffier looking individual, not a single person has gone up and talked to this individual the entire time that you've sort of been watching and listening to this conversation with the guy that's very well dressed. Not a single person has walked up to him. In fact, most people probably have given him, like, people that sort of look by it, look at him, give us like a look of disgust, and then continue on.
Okay. Would I have any idea who this person is?
Let's see here. Not off the rip that I could think of.
Okay. Yeah, cool. All right. So yeah, I'd like to watch for a little bit and see if that sort of maintains. And if so, I think that I might go up and say hello to this person.
Okay. Dimitri, what are you doing while the rounds are being had?
I'm gonna go out to the courtyard and find Caleb.
Beautiful. You go out to the courtyard where the garden is, and you do see a actual line of kindred standing outside in line to speak with Prince Caleb.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed.
I'm not a good line waiter. I'm just gonna say. Fine.
And you patiently wait in line.
I'm gonna blush, and I'm gonna pull out a cigar and just light it up.
Please go ahead and roll a rouse check for the blush.
Success.
Nice. All right. You go ahead and stand in line and continue to wait with cigar in hand, ready to go.
Yeah, just like totally blasting the people in front of me with big fog of smoke.
They're they don't have to cough, but they seem to do it more to like annoy you because you're annoying them, type of thing.
Every time they cough, it's just one more big toke.
Of course. Michael, for the most part, everyone is enjoying themselves. Nothing crazy or out of the ordinary. You can definitely see as you're enjoying your time at Elysium, everyone seems to be sort of going off, having conversations, and sort of continue on. Someone who seems to be rotating away from you, though, Michael, is Nessa. Nessa seems to, anytime you are moving with your group, she seems to be rotating away. And not being like super obvious about it, but like she'll like go ahead and like cut a conversation short and like move across and like begin to have another conversation and begin to move around the room trying to keep distance. You're muted, by the way.
Of course I was muted. I'm gonna choose to not be offended by that for now.
Okay. I respect it.
Because she's busy, she's doing her thing. It's Nessa. To get offended by anything and everything she does, you'd be mad forever.
Some people are.
It's true. I was one of them for a little bit.
Sure.
But yeah, we're just gonna kind of wander, me and the boys here. At a certain point, I would like to kind of post up and try to have a conversation with those guys.
Okay.
Just about the situation at hand and the ghosts that seem to have come back for this event.
Having a history lesson, as it were.
Yeah, more or less. Just about like, so these are who we're talking about here, and yeah, you don't have to like him, but you're gonna like him. Mostly because I think it was Kyle was the one who had beef with Dimitri right off.
Yep.
And was like, damn, I'm going to kill you and collect. So, words of warning to keep that guy from making a mistake.
So, you trying to say that you couldn't take Dimitri in a fight?
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me?
I didn't realize Ravnus were so quick to step down like that.
Oh, no, don't you play at my pride. Because that's a good play. No, just the things I've seen him do And the things that I am aware that he is able to do are some pretty next level things. I watched him climb a building with his bare hands.
That's okay.
No, that's wild. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's not crazy for us, to be honest.
No, but the speed at which he did it and the intensity, he did it chasing a dude. Which one was that? Was that the guy with the rifle or the dude with the rocket launcher?
You guys messed with. Is that? I guess yeah. That is the night, huh?
That's the night. Trying to think of other good Dimitri stories.
Doesn't seem like there's a lot of them.
Oh no, there's great ones. All right. So this dude was and is about like family above all else, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've told the both of you, looking at both of them, I think I've told you both a couple of times, don't let him hear you scream. That came from him. That's what he told me the night I got my brand. Right? Like, this dude means a lot and he's done a lot. And he's you don't fuck with the guy because I don't know what the phrase is. You just don't fuck with the guy, man. Like, he's legitimately terrifying. When his answer to things is, "Hey, we'll just blow it up." I don't understand. Like, I want the both of you, if you're going to go anywhere near him, it is to have good conversations. It is yes, sir, no, sir, with that man. And if I get any sort of word that you've been shitty in any way to him, I'm going to try real hard to make sure that you don't get ripped in half. Because partially, it's Dimitri. But you also don't want to piss off Eva. And if you piss off Dimitri, you probably pissed off Eva.
It's roughly about that time where, um, the toreador of your two,
Oh yes, that is. Sorry, that is Dominic Mitchell, the Toreador.
Dominic's. Speaking of her, what's her deal? Is she I mean, obviously she's ready to kick some ass, but like, I mean, you guys, your coterie mates, like, you mean, right?
Yeah. So, like, are you saying like, what's her deal? Like, what's her deal? What's her deal? Or are you trying to get like a history lesson on her also?
I mean, a history lesson could go for a couple different things, Michael.
Here, all right. I will tell you, her deal is she's a lot in the best kind of way. Don't fuck around, and
And
I mean, if
find
you're
out.
yeah, you don't want to find out.
Oh,
I've met too many people, or I've seen too many people who have found out, and that's less than ideal. You know what? I'll allow it. Go forth and find out for yourself.
he sort of
But
fixes
hold
his
on.
tie, or fixes what?
I'm gonna grab a napkin and just scribble a quick note and fold it in half and then hand it to him and go, give her that first.
He opens the note.
It just says, play nice.
He tucks it in. I think she will. And he begins to walk towards Eva.
It has Michael's little like scribbly signature at the bottom. I don't.
Of course. Um you begin to see the room continue to enjoy the evening, as it were. People having drinks, people sort of relaxing, just overall having a very good time. Um, as um, the evening goes by, Dimitri, you finally have arrived to the front of the line. We see Caleb looking happy to be here. Yes.
May I sit, Prince of Indianapolis?
And when you look, there is no other chair. Everyone else has sort of been standing. He sort of waves off. And a few moments later, a chair is brought.
I'll plop down and I'll pull out a leather cigar case and pull one out and snip it off and pass it to him.
He takes it.
They're Cubans.
You speak my language. And you begin to see his tan skin begin to come to life.
So, I came to say thank you. You didn't have to do what you did. And I would have understood if it went the other way. And you surprised me with Bart. I was not expecting this, but I mean, I guess in your mind it was necessary. And you are the prince, so you get to make that call.
I do. I didn't want to.
Heavy is the head, right?
Not his.
No, I mean yours for having to make the choice.
Oh,
'Cause you
yes.
wear the crown,
Yes.
yeah.
I was making a joke back on Bart's behalf.
Poor guy.
Well,
Never really liked him, though. If I'm being honest.
he had his uses.
Oh, for sure. Everyone does, yes?
I think so. We just have to find yours and Eva's.
Well, it's what I'm here to talk to you about. I mean, I know you had a thought, and I don't know what's changed. It's been a long time since we've had the chance to talk. So I'm curious if your intentions remain the same, or if we can look at the possibility of putting aside the differences that we have and making the Second Inquisition's job easy and learn to get along with one another.
Dimitri, I would like that a lot. I'm going to be quite honest. But getting into business, as it were, with the two of you is very, very bad for early business.
Oh no, I'm not talking about with me. I don't have a pot to piss in right now. I'm as low on the totem pole as you get. I mean, there are other barons, the ones that control territory right now, some of which I'm led to understand that Brink is one of them.
Yes.
And he seems like a pretty affable guy. He doesn't seem like he wants war.
Not that I've noticed from my interactions with them, no.
So I'm saying I am here temporarily with X. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, I'm aware. How does your friend Carter feel about that, by the way?
I didn't seem like he cared. I mean, I told him that's who we were here for. Is it like an issue or something?
Maybe with Maybe. I mean, X kidnapped him and for a while, and well, I will say his group of individuals made the tower look not very strong that day.
Well, there was no leadership. There was the whole thing you guys had going on with trying to pick the next prince and yada 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 yada. Now that's done. It's over with.
I'm just saying it may not be over for Carter.
I mean, he's not in my house. I mean, I can talk to him as a friend, but if I can maybe smooth something there, I'll try. Because, like I said, Caleb, I don't want bad things to happen. You remember when we stand there with Prince and he has me kill James Anson? You remember this?
I do.
My gut and my words to him was that I would rather kill 1,000 humans than one kindred, and that stands true today. But war is war. People die. People choose to wage war. Then there are consequences. Yes. But if we decide to be peaceful and to work together and to ferret out the Second Inquisition and make it so that they are so scared to even step foot in Indianapolis that we will find them, we will hunt them relentlessly, we will kill them, we will kill their families, we will kill their families, we will hunt them to extinction. We send that kind of message, and then Indianapolis remains safe for all of us. If we are united kindred.
You bring up a good point about that night, Dimitri, where you made that choice because you believed in our tenants.
I did.
And it's very interesting to learn how quickly you dropped them.
I did not drop them. Listen, survival is an instinct. You come for me to kill me, I'm not going to lie down like a dog. It doesn't matter who you are. You're a prince, you're a baron, you come for me, I will come right back. I will not die cowering. Ever.
You see
You
him
chose
stand up.
They chose to blood hunt me. I made the mistake, yes. I break masquerade, yes, but I am a useful tool. Is all I say. I have a very specific function, things that I do that I am very, very good at. And someone blows up the car I'm in, and I'm just supposed to what? Burn to death?
All I'm saying is that he handled it like an anarch, so maybe it is where you belong.
I'm not saying that I don't belong with the anarchs. All I'm saying is that we constantly quibble and fight and go to war with one another. We make ourselves weak. And we are ripe for our enemies to take us apart. I don't need to come home. You've already made that clear I cannot. And I don't know if I'd wish to, even if I could. But we need, as kindred, to at least set our differences aside and protect what we have here in Indianapolis and the surrounding areas. We need to work together. The more we fight, the easier we make it for others to take it away. I apologize for being heated. You are the prince. I should be more respectful. This is something I am passionate about. I was passionate about it before I was with the Anarchs. I am passionate about it now. I've never understood the quibbles we have, the fights, the any of it. It makes no sense to me. But I do as I'm told. I am a soldier, not leader.
And while we both believe in consequences, reflect upon that. But you and I are still not too far off of what we believe. We had this conversation before.
We did.
Just reflect, is all I'm going to say, Dimitri. And you are forgiven for your transgressions of being heated. It is only natural that the beast rears its ugly head and fangs are bower.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
Indeed.
And if you need someone to make introductions or arrange things, I will give my number to your harpy.
Thank you for the cigar. And he sits back down.
I'll pass him the whole leather folio that's got 3 more in it. Consider it a Prince Day gift.
He puts it on the armrest of his chair. And then the line, you pass by and the line continues onwards. And as you pass by, you get a multitude of different emotions as people pass by. Fear, anger. And you pass by Jordan as she looks over to you, takes a sigh, and sort of looks past and continues towards Prince Caleb.
Man, even the Primogen's got to wait in line. Oof.
Eva. Sheldon walks up to you.
Sheldon.
A Sheldon walks up to you and hands you a single piece of paper. This was dropped off at the door.
By who?
I don't know.
You just take notes without. I'll open it.
And in a almost looks like manic scribbles. He just says, I found you. Welcome home. Not signed.
I'm going to crumple up the paper. Look at Sheldon. Who gave this to you? If you don't know their name, just
It's
give me a description.
some guy, I don't know, mid-30s. A little bit longer hair. I think I've seen him around the bookstore you guys used to keep.
Is he tall?
Ish.
All right.
I
Thanks.
will say he did not look well, though.
In what way? Beat up or mentally?
If he was a kindred, he'd probably be from my clan. Some people don't cope very well off the blood.
I gotcha. Did they just leave?
Yes, he did. Is there something I need to worry about?
You, Sheldon, worry? Nah, you're good. You should never worry, by the way. It ruins the complexion.
As far as I don't think I can not worry as long as you and Dimitri are in this room with us, as to be fair.
Oh, Sheldon. I would love to give you words of encouragement, but yeah, that only happened when we were with the camps. Good luck out
Suppose.
there, though.
Yes.
Remember, don't worry too much. So I shout back. I'll just keep walking.
Yes. And he sort of stops in a stare in the middle of the room. We're up at this
Do
time.
I see Isaiah anywhere?
You do. You see him off, sort of standing in between a couple of individuals who are off on their own. You do see the once renowned Pizza King have a small queue of individuals coming up and talking to him. It's more or less died down at this point. And also sort of listening and watching as he's actually in the process of walking up to this guy wearing a nice set of jeans. And you recognize this individual as the werewolf that you've met on a couple of different times throughout your time here in Indianapolis. But he's in the process of making his way towards that individual.
Okay. I would just stand off in the distance from Isaiah, not really like going right up, as I didn't want to intrude, but just wait around.
Okay. Isaiah, you walk up to this individual. What?
You seem popular.
About as popular as you look.
Nice, nice. Yeah, figured I'd say hi. I'm always interested in the folks who find themselves off on the sides. You might have guessed why.
Yeah. It's been an evening, to say the least. But when you are invited to go places, you don't ask too many questions.
Oh yeah. To be honest, it seems like you're having a hell of a night. What's keeping you here?
A dying friend's request.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I hey, sorry to hear about that. I don't mean to pry or anything. I just well, I learned that a couple of my friends were supposed to be being hunted by most of the room, and they seem to be getting more folks coming up and saying hello to them than you. So, thought that by now you'd probably have bugged off.
No. These, I owe a favor. I'm sticking to it for now. Until one of you leeches decide otherwise.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm a guest here too, right? So, hardly going to tell you that you need to leave. But let me put it this way: the folks on the outskirts, they have a tendency to stick together. I'm gonna guess that you're probably not my kind of people, so to speak. But if you need help with your favor, you let me know.
Good to know. Your name?
Isaiah.
Logan Colin.
Logan?
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Logan.
Thanks.
I'm getting the impression that I'm not making you any happier by being here, so I'll let you enjoy your night, but keep in touch.
Thanks.
At which point I'm gonna just fade off back into the distance.
Eva, around this time, you see the very short and brief conversation take place before you, if you would like to meet up with Isaiah.
Yeah, for sure. Meet up. That was fast.
Well, you didn't seem like you wanted company. Or maybe he just didn't want my company.
Do you know him? Or are you just going around meeting strangers?
Sorry, right? The popular people didn't seem to want to talk to me, so
Popular is overrated.
I agree, which is why I was looking for folks who weren't. You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his deal?
I don't know him that well. I've only met him a couple times.
Okay. Well, grumpy kind of fella.
Yeah, I'd be too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could talk about it later.
sounds good. Honestly, with as many of the folks here who seem like they, I don't know, wanted to kill you, I'm surprised you're not grumpier. But
No, I mean, now I live for this kind of drama. Ask me a year ago, not so much.
nice, nice. Well, anyway, what next? I think he looks down at the still full glass of uh, red liquid in his hand and goes, I was going to say maybe get another drink, but I don't know.
Just dump it and just get a new one. I'll do the same. I still have mine. Mine's for self-defense in case anything else goes down.
Yeah, sounds good. And I'll just like put it down on a table and then go grab another one.
Beautiful. All right. Right about this time, Dimitri, you see Isaiah and Eva both heading over and grabbing another glass.
I'll kind of slide up behind them. Y'all having fun?
Always.
He's got a big cigar in his hand that he's smoking.
You're gonna regret that later.
It's just fun to fuck with people. They don't like it.
I don't think you needed that. Okay, anyway.
So I
So,
took a little
go ahead.
bit.
Okay.
So,
You're
try
still
and,
on the outs.
of course, that's not going to change, But, I just telling him, let's be cool, bro.
Let me guess, he's just as stubborn as you.
No, he's actually pretty chill. He was, he wanted me to reflect on some things, which, I get. But I guess Carter and X have some beef that happened while we went here.
What?
I
Carter
guess
didn't
X,
say anything.
I know. I mean, but maybe he's just worried because we're working with the dude. But he said that I guess X kidnapped him and kept him for a while. I don't know. We should probably talk to him about it. You know what I'm saying?
You have any
Yeah.
idea?
Do I have any idea why he kidnapped him?
Yeah,
Nah, that's what I was going to go talk to Bro about. See what's up.
I was
nice.
gonna ask you, Isaiah. You're on that side.
Yeah, mostly keeping to myself.
Gotcha.
And now you're just bodyguard for us? Seems kind of weird.
Uh, doing what the rats do. Getting into corners, figuring out what's going on.
Bro, don't talk about
Right.
yourself that way. That's rude. Don't call yourself a
Oh.
rat, bro.
Please, as if we don't hear it. We
Bro.
hear. Let me put it this way: we hear how you talk about us behind our backs probably more than any other clan.
Okay,
So,
listen, bro. Someone talks about you like that to me, I break my foot off in their ass.
well, that's very kind, but let's just say we're used to it. It's fine.
Bro, you got to quit tolerating that kind of shit, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I got your back, bro. Someone squares up, you fuck them up.
You say so.
Let's go find Carter and see what the hell's going on.
Right about this time, Carter, you've finally wrapped up your beautiful history lesson on most things Thin Blood.
So you see, it all wraps back to the 6th century, and it's just a beautiful, circle.
So, do you think we're at the end times?
Oh no, I think I think I think the people who are living through history really realize how important it is, and I don't think things play out the way they expect them to.
And
I think it's new and interesting, and it could be that change is coming. Change is coming. I don't think you're the end times.
and one last question, because it looks like your friends are heading back this way.
Oh crap. Okay.
Are you scared of me, or am I an experiment to you?
Definitely not an experiment, and I'm not scared of you. I think we have a lot of similarities. Sure, we have different uh, different abilities, different things that drive us. But I see a lot of what I do in the way that you experiment and research and have your alchemy. I think it's fascinating.
She blushes, but not in the same way that you do. And does give you just a small kiss on the cheek before, if you say so. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, let's do the minimum social required to get out of here safely, and then we can, talk more later.
Yeah, yeah. Hi guys.
Hi. What's your name again?
Ashley.
That's right. You're part of those thin bloods, right?
Yeah, that's us.
You're part of those
Yeah,
anarchs, right?
how you been?
Um.
I don't care.
Oh,
uh, so Carter, we got to ask about something, bro.
Got
Did
a
you
lot
like
more
get
rude after being staked,
kidnapped?
huh?
Did you get like kidnapped by Baron X? Is this true?
what?
I suppose that's technically true.
I
It didn't
mean,
last long.
oh, okay. So it's like no big deal.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, is big deal?
But yeah, I mean, the implication was that if he was looking forward to all sorts of experiments to do on me, not with me, if you catch my meaning, and it did not seem pleasant.
But no experiments were done, right?
No, because I engineered my escape.
Sounds like a good movie.
I maybe I don't know. It was a really crazy couple of months there, Dimitri. How did
Yeah,
you survive? How? I don't know if this is the place or the time, but
probably not.
what are you doing back in town?
It was time to come home.
No, it really wasn't.
What are you talking
Why
about?
not?
Our blood hut got, out the window. Everything's cool. Caleb, the guy we wanted to win, won. It's like everything went the way it was supposed to.
It- Everything went the way it was supposed to?
Hey, bro, you're always telling me, like, oh, I don't think things through and nothing ever. But everything always works out, man. We were trying to get him in place, and now he's in place.
But the, he's in place. Yes. The rest of it, to frame this as everything went the way it was supposed to, is an interesting take.
Okay.
I didn't hear
I-
you shit talking it when we were going through it.
what do you mean?
This was your idea, bro.
I'm just gonna whack Dimitri.
Ow! Sorry.
I was talking about when the car blew up.
Oh yeah, when that happened.
Yeah, yes. I'm not saying we weren't attacked and that we didn't have to defend ourselves. I'm not. It was a very shitty situation, but this is not. That doesn't mean it was ideal, and it doesn't mean it was the way things were supposed to work out. Right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, only Dimitri can play that off. But no, it was not the way it was supposed to go. But
And you were out. You were free, and apparently, I honestly thought you were dead. But
well,
you're
I'd have to
back
tell
in
you
Indy.
the back part of it at a different time, different place. If you're ever willing to meet up, that is.
Frankly, I'm very surprised they called up a blood hunt. I thought we were next on the list after Bart. To be honest,
Caleb gets it, bro. If it had been the other one, yeah, for sure. But see, she would have spared Bart. It would have been you two that got your heads cut off. Remember that.
If you'll excuse me, I need some air. As Ashley sort of excuses herself and heads towards the front door.
She needs air. Sorry, that's funny. I don't know. It just caught me off guard.
So she's safe, right? People talk about sensitive stuff, and somebody decides they need to dip.
I mean, maybe you should.
she's fine. I should go as well. I guess we should catch up, but this is probably not the best time and place. And yeah, watch out for X. If you're working with them, you might be next up.
Or experiments.
Who knows?
All right,
Just
man.
be careful.
I just wanted to like check in, see how you're doing. You seem like off your game tonight, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that you returned and showed up at Elysium in a mask and, you know, got
I was
one
I
of
was
my
trying to be undercover, and
you were discreet. You
I,
were very discreet.
we had no choice but to be indiscreet. But
You had so many choices, Dimitri.
no,
So
we got
very many choices.
we're here doing work, bro. I mean,
Only city that has work in it, is it?
no,
Important one? Yes.
this is our home, bro.
You moved here like a year ago.
Yeah, and it
I've
became my
lived here
home.
longer than that.
Ain't
Also,
nobody chasing me out of town.
So,
Again,
with Michael having been keeping an eye on the situation between, like, for the two that showed up, what did Michael feel the tension or see the tension
between Dimitri and
like
Carter,
that's currently going on between Dimitri and Carter?
absolutely.
All right, Michael's gonna head over.
You kind of look like you want to punch me in the face right now.
No, no, not at all. It's
Do it, bro. You'll feel better.
Who's punching who in the face right now?
Look at
no
him.
one's punching
He
anybody.
looks like he wants to punch me in the face.
I mean,
Look at him. You see it?
I feel I'm not gonna go down this line of questioning right now because that feels counterproductive. Where is your other? Okay, anyway, I feel like Carter has a little bit of reason to be Carter and I have a little bit of reason to be like upset.
What, you wanted a phone call before we showed up?
No, just something to know that you're not dead. Anything. Anything.
Which would have blown our cover.
And
I know that.
jeopardized you, bro.
Logically, I know that. Emotionally, fuck both of you.
That's right, bro.
Well-
Get it out.
Not to
Like,
mention a little bit of warning might have saved Bart. Dan, you know how close he and I were.
that is valid.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I didn't really think about the consequences on that end.
Shocker. Very shocking. That's
Hey,
that's shocking.
sarcasm? That's not helping right now, okay?
Helping me.
I believe that. There's got to be a better way to feel what you need to feel, but
Let's just fight and get it over with. Come on, let's do it.
can't do that here.
What if it's like not to the death? I mean, I don't want to kill Carter. I just want him to like get out his frustration,
That is,
bro. I'll poke him in the chest.
Oh,
I can say from where I'm
Really?
standing, the sarcasm is making this whole thing pretty amusing.
also,
You can say that out.
I'm 90% sure that we met, right? And I'm gonna reintroduce. My name's Michael, just in case.
Isaiah, and he absolutely said that out loud to both Dimitri and
Yeah.
Glad we can amuse. But you're right. This is. I apologize, Eva. This is not the place to hatch this out. And Dimitri, I don't want to punch you.
Bro, I'm trying to give you an out right now. If you're worried about how the cam's looking at you, you punch me in the face right now. It sends a very clear message.
It sends a very clear message that I've learned nothing from this whole endeavor.
Bro, you've learned nothing from this whole endeavor.
I could say that it's precarious and there's a lot going on and a lot of people are feeling a lot of things. So maybe we just make plans to meet up soon. It sounds
mean-
like you're safe to be out and about.
Does that put you in danger, though? Is my question.
People might look at it a little sideways, but I'm going to choose that that's not dangerous.
Even when someone looks at it really sideways? I'll kind of glance and see if I can spot Nessa and see if she's watching us. Like the hackles on the back of my neck are.
They're all watching us, Dimitri.
you can see as you sort of look around, you do see Nessa sort of side-eyeing, but side-eye and then move another conversation over.
Like getting closer or further
Away.
Gotcha.
Because as far as Nessa's concerned, I feel like she's gonna have her nose where she doesn't need to. She always does. But like, I think it's less of a problem at this point. She's got other things to worry about, and she doesn't have nearly the chutzpah to be able to do it anymore.
Well, if you think she's been defanged, you're kidding yourself.
Oh, not defanged. Just put in her place.
People you're working for realize what we did last year.
I don't know.
Do you realize the danger that you're in?
We're always in danger.
Sometimes more than others.
I mean, do you live your life in fear, bro?
No, I don't live my life in fear, but do you want to live your life constantly having your domain burned down and having to deal with one crisis after the next?
I mean,
That sounds awful.
it's been very entertaining.
And we're already there.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we have nothing. We came from nothing. We built it. Then they took it away from us, and we built it again. You worry too much, bro.
Ugh.
I have a important question as we wrap up this evening. Does
What's up?
anyone have a mobile device that they had a year ago on?
No, I don't keep a mobile device typically for longer than 48 hours.
That's fair.
No. I would have ditched it even before going to Boston.
The Dimitri classic.
Yeah, I can't imagine that I have any mobile devices from a year ago.
Yeah.
I could see Michael just because you've got people you've worked with that you give your numbers to, and it's like the only way they can reach out to you, and
That's
because you got all your
Here's
contacts and
my
stuff.
card.
that's pretty real.
Perfect. You receive a text message.
All right.
Dude, you still have one of those Nokias?
I got it from you.
Oh yeah!
Remember when y'all busted my phone and said I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
allowed to have it anymore?
Yeah, I remember that. That was good times, man.
That was terrible times.
We had you like duct taped up in the back of the car.
I hated it.
We had like death metal playing in the headphones. That was a blast.
Oh yeah, it's Kiss from a Rose time.
Yeah, I remember you had that on
Yeah.
repeat, bro.
Yeah. Anyway,
Coder chuckles with
I need to check this message.
3.
It's 3?
Yep. Just the number 3.
God damn it.
Are we doing this again?
They're not done with us.
Ugh.
Is there any picture attached?
Nope. Just the number 3.
Son of a bitch.
You said it was an old Nokia, right? It doesn't do pictures.
Is that a number I recognize?
No, because you've never texted this or you never received any of these messages in the past. It was all Dimitri's phone that was getting them.
Dang, well, here's to excitement, right?
Woo!
All right. And with that number 3, as we will go ahead and wrap up this evening. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. Again, this is episode 60, Homecoming. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please make sure you guys go ahead over to Adventure Dice and use code JBrews for 10% off your order. And we will see you guys next week with another episode of Indy by Night. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.